Back on WRZR Radio Sports, 20-16.5. Sit down, Coach. You deserve it after the long walk up here. You're as forgetful as I remember.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We are with the legendary coach, Lee Kavanaugh, who now has a gymnasium named after him. Elementary Gymnasium is now Lee Kavanaugh Gymnasium. And Mr. Kavanaugh, I guess first question I would ask is, I know you didn't know that, so when you heard that, the emotions that went through your mind.
Extremely surprised. I had no idea. I thought maybe there'd be a little box over in the corner or something such as that, but certainly not that.
But how's the evening going for you? I know you got family members here galore, and everybody's celebrating your legendary status, and we don't speak lightly of that. But how you doing tonight?
Great. I was so surprised at the number of relatives that came in from Dallas, Kansas City, St. Louis, Indianapolis. Had no idea that they might be coming.
Really?
Yes.
That's fantastic. So you're going to have a little gathering tonight?
Oh, yes. Food, everything is already prepared down at Campbellburg.
Coach, when you think back about your career, a long career at Loogootee, I mean, what are the things that come to your mind? I'm not asking any particular memories of games or anything like that, but just overall, your coaching career, what do you think about?
Okay, the thing that I tried to emphasize, it didn't make any difference how good a young man was. I wanted him to achieve the very best he could. And not worry about, this guy is going to be a superstar at the high school level. I wanted him to achieve, I don't care whether, in many respects, whether it was Barr-Reeve or any other school around, I wanted that young man to achieve the very best that he could achieve and work as hard as he could.
Something that's rare in today's environment in basketball, Barr-Reeve has it with their program now, is the stability of coaches through the year. And, of course, you were the rock with that with several different coaches. But as an example, when you were with Coach Butcher, it seemed like we had the same coaches every year, and that's got to breed success in itself.
Oh, yes, without a doubt. And I was so proud that I was a part of Mr. Butcher's program. I mean, it was his leadership that it was still the coaches. Hey, we want to be number one. And we felt we were number one. And then, of course, I want to thank Mr. Tim Nante for getting me started, too. And it's basically working on the fundamentals and doing the things necessary to win.
Time a little bit. I'm going to ask you if you remember your first game when you coached and how that went.
I remember at least the second game, and that was against Vincennes.
First one must have been a loss, Alan.
The second one was.
Second one was, okay.
Right. Vincent Clark.
Okay.
Kids didn't seem to play like I felt they should, And I said, Mr. Butcher, I said, if you want to get somebody else for next year, I said, go ahead, because I'm not getting the job done.
It's interesting. You certainly had a penchant whenever you had kids like myself who had brothers in the program to call me my older brother and year in and year out. And we thought that was funny, but today as parents, we do the same thing with our own kids.
Okay. Well, we know that, or put it this way, I knew I was getting old when I was not only coaching, thought about coaching the fathers, sons, maybe I can't think of grandsons yet, but it was almost that bad.
For many years, you coached the 7th and the 8th grade. That had to be a challenge for you.
Yes, it was. We had to be sure that both groups were working as hard as they could, and for the most part, they were under, Mr. Nante as well as Mr. Butcher, and they knew exactly what was expected of them.
I know that the new gymnasium, or the Elementary Gymnasium's new name is Lee Kavanaugh Gymnasium, because you've won, of course, so many games over there. But as I was growing up, you won your share of games at the old JFK Gymnasium. What an atmosphere that was, even for a junior high game.
Absolutely. It was rather small, but nevertheless, we just had to take advantage of it. But I remember when you boys played. I mean, you were fundamentally sound, but yet you didn't have the height or, speed and so on. And you still achieved an awful lot. That to me, it was satisfying as the great teams,
Well,
because we felt that you boys achieved as much as what you could.
Well, we appreciate that. And when you think of the superstars that came through, the Brian Canadas and the Bill Butchers, and I'm thinking of the Kenny Niggs. I remember when he was junior high. Boy, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's all kinds of names, hundreds of them for you now. But even at that level, you knew they were going to be something special.
Absolutely. And I think Kenny Mattingly has the record, 38 points for junior high over in the JFK gym.
Kenny Mattingly or Kenny Nick?
Kenny Mattingly.
Really?
Yes.
That would surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he wasn't a great athlete. He was. But
he was hard-nosed.
He was hard-nosed. Coach, we got a second half here. What do you think of the game so far?
Very good. We made a few mistakes in the last minute, and as a result, we could have been up maybe 6 or 8 points.
Are you the only Kavanaugh in the building rooting for the Lions tonight?
Close to it.
Coach, congratulations, and thanks for everything you do. And Lee Kavanaugh Day in Loogootee, what do you think about that?
I was very surprised.
Enjoy the rest of the game and enjoy your night. You deserve it.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. That's the legendary coach. And again, legendary is not a term you like to throw around loosely, but of course there's the Jack Butchers and there's the Lee Kavanaughs. We thank him for his time and everything that he's contributed to this program, which is an abundance.